30.
20.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ignition sequence start.
This is just the beginning.
Are you ready?
Here comes the best part.
1, 2, 3,
Go.
Life Matters, a 5-time winner of the best morning show in Wisconsin. Hosted by Nancy Douglas and Tom Giovanoni.
All of you, get ready.
Life Matters begins on Lake 96.1.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what?
My daughter turned 40 last week.
Oh, that can't be.
I had her when I was 6. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't be old enough for that.
Oh, yeah. That was a day for me.
She's 40?
I know.
She doesn't look that old.
No, she doesn't. She looks 30, thank God.
Yeah.
And you know, my kids and my grandkids, my kids are not allowed to call me mom at the bar. They're not. I will not respond. You can call me Nancy. You can call me your sister. You can call me whatever
the next time we're in a bar, I'm going to walk up and go, hey, Mom.
I won't answer. You might have 12 other
you'll
ladies.
Answer. You'll answer.
You'll have 12 other ladies answer, but you will not have this one answer to Mom at the bar.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
Julie just turned 19, my oldest granddaughter.
Oh, my.
I know, right?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Anybody that knows me is like, holy crap.
Yeah.
You remember when she was a baby? When she was a baby, we had her a lot. And I would take her everywhere with me, right? She went to Galua meetings. She went all these ladies around town know this kid. Well, guess what? She's in college now. She's 19. And so we have already pre-warned her, do not call me Nana when you turn 21 and we're out getting a beer. Do not call me Nana at the bar. I will
Call
not
me
respond.
babe. Hey, babe.
And so, but I do have a funny story about Julie. When Julie and Logan were campaigning their parents hard when they were, maybe 10 years ago. They were campaigning Nick and Lisa hard for a dog. They wanted a dog so bad. They wanted a dog. They wanted a dog. Right. Well, eventually they did get one. But they were campaigning hard for a dog. And Nick said, her stepdad, Lisa's husband, said, you can get a dog when you can prove to me that you can take care of a dog, because you can't even take care of whatever it was that they were, and, like your fair goldfish died, and he was comparing that to having a dog. And I was like,
Which
dude,
is going to die before you get home anyway.
I can't believe it lived to get home.
Right.
Of course, when my kids were little, I thought that too, and then I had those goldfish for like 6 years.
Oh, wow.
It was ridiculous.
That's a record.
It was stupid. So, anyway, Julie is like I said, she's like 10 years old maybe, and we're just all sitting around a patio table, and they're again campaigning for the dog, and and Nick's like, you can't take care of a dog, you're not taking, and he said, I'll tell you what, you can have a dog when you get your own place. And Julie didn't miss a beat and looked right at him and said, when I have my own place, I'm going to get a cat. Nick is highly allergic to cats. And we were like,
no message there.
Dude, you deserve that. And he laughed because I've taught you well.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, she didn't miss a beat, looked him right in the eye and said,
Get a cat.
When I get my place, I'm getting a cat. And he was, well, guess what? She got a cat. It was on Facebook last week. She got a little kitten. And
Nice.
She lives down in St. Louis, and she's going to college down there and stuff. But it made me recall that conversation about.
So he may visit, but he's not spending the night.
He ain't staying. Oh my God, it was hilarious. But so 40. She's 40.
I don't know how that can be. I don't feel like I've gotten that much older.
I know. What the heck? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. But
Crazy.
Anyway, it was a milestone. She had a great birthday.
Good.
She's probably still
Good for her.
having a great birthday weekend. I don't know. I
Might as well get
haven't
your
talked to her
money's
since
worth
Friday.
out of it. Yeah.
I know. And then Halloween, huge success. I love Halloween in Elkhorn. Just saying. I'm just going to say it right now.
Told you would.
I really like living in that little town. Silver Lake was a small town like that, but Elkhorn's just a different vibe. It's got sort of a Lake Geneva vibe, but without the tourist kind of thing. And I just really love it. And I meet people all the time. Like I had a meeting with an accountant last week, and I'm sitting there and we're talking, and I said, so taxes are going to be different for me because we bought this house and this and that, and so and she was like, oh, where? And I said, Elkhorn. She's like, what? And I said, yeah, I bought this house over in Elkhorn. And I told her about the house, and she's like, I live right around the corner from there. Like everybody's
right around the corner in Elkhorn.
Right. And so it's
maybe 4 or 5 blocks, but it's right around the corner.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just love it. It's just a small
nice,
town charm.
Quiet little town that hasn't lost their roots, and it's full of really nice people.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I'm really enjoying it.
It's a really well kept secret.
It really is. I shouldn't say it because then people will ruin it.
Well, you're already established. You got roots.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
Well, Amy and I talked about that when we were getting out of the military. Mm-hmm. She said, because I decided not to re-enlist, and said, well, we're moving back to Lake Geneva. And I said, no, we're going to Elkhorn.
Yeah.
I want to raise my kids in Elkhorn.
Yeah.
And zero regrets.
Yeah. I mean, Lake Geneva is beautiful.
Oh,
great
yeah.
place. Exact same thing. You just
nothing
have
against
the
Lake Geneva.
lake
It's a great town.
and the tourists. I mean, it is a different vibe.
Yeah.
But Elkhorn, man, they've got that small town. It's just, and again, it's different from Silver Lake. So Elkhorn has a center. Mm-hmm. Okay, Elkhorn has a downtown center, the square, and the businesses that are around the square, and the several blocks in surrounding it or whatever. Silver Lake kind of doesn't really have that. I mean, it's got a little bit of a downtown, but it's an intersection.
There's plenty of parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, especially for you.
Oh, well, yeah. I walk everywhere I want to go in Elkhorn, which is
safer
for everybody else.
Right.
Right. And I don't have my electric bike to ride around with Renee yet, so.
Yeah. Which is safer for everybody else.
Right. So we'll warn you when we do have that. But
with her bell, bling, bling.
I know. But like Oktoberfest was really cool. And like I said,
there's a lot going on in the square.
There really is. It's so
Didn't
cool.
used to be that way.
Yeah.
It's really come around, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So I'm really enjoying it. But
well, good.
I do have a little bit of candy left over. I'm trying not to eat it, but
why even try and waste the energy of holding yourself back?
I know.
Just go nuts.
I know. I mean,
it's only going to last till it's
now
gone.
and the end of the year, what else are we going to do besides eat?
Eat candy and shovel snow eventually.
I mean, well, except I will say today, Alex joins me at the end of the show. Mm-hmm. The wine walk is today.
Ooh.
So eat and drink.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Kickoff's at noon.
What?
Kickoff is at noon.
Well, nobody asked you to go. Packers play at noon today?
Valid point.
Packers play at noon today, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure every single place is going to have the Packers on, or most places will have the Packers on. You can stop in and check the score.
I could.
Yeah.
I could listen to the game.
You could listen to the game.
Put my earbuds in.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd you like that game last week?
Oh, my. Well, it was a great game.
Well, anytime, I used to be a big fan of Brett Favre. I really did.
Who wasn't?
Right. I'm not.
He was
anymore.
the last gunslinger.
Yeah. I'm not anymore.
I know where you're going with this. I really, really enjoyed watching Brett Favre because you never knew what was going to happen. I enjoyed watching Aaron Rodgers because he was very precise. He was always on task. And Jordan Love takes that to another level. Mm-hmm. He is so much fun to watch. And it's gotten back to where it's 3rd and long and you go, well, it's going to be a first down. Because they're starting to get that swagger back, No, it's not about that. It's about, I think he should have retired from the Packers and that just been it. Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, he's trending the way Favre did, and we all know how that went. It wasn't pretty.
Right.
And it's a shame because he could have left here just like Brett Favre, a legend and a hero with everybody's accolades. And now they both have naysayers because of what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I
hope Jordan doesn't trend that way.
Well, he's way young. I mean, isn't he? Like he's.
Did you see the 27s? No. Bart Starr, Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
Brett Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Fame quarterback, or will be. All won a Super Bowl or championship at age 27. Jordan Love is 27.
Oh, well then season over.
Yeah, well,
I mean, why are
that's
we
what
even
they want us to
continuing on?
think. I'm a
Let's
little
just go-
superstitious.
Let's just go to the Super
right.
Bowl.
Yeah, just skip the rest
Why
of the season.
are we dealing with this at all?
Have the AFC bring their best. No,
Are
it would
the
be
Colts and the Packers in the same division?
no.
Okay, the Colts are
They're in the AFC.
okay. They've got the best record in the AFC right now.
There's a lot of football to play.
Can I tell you though that Jim Irsay's three daughters, are running the show now that Jim Irsay died?
Oh, really?
And yeah, he died back in May, and
Put a good team together.
and the three girls are running the show right now.
Well,
The
good for
three
them.
daughters, yeah.
What are we doing today?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
hanging
just
out.
kidding. I always know.
I was trying to pull questions out of you on Halloween. I got nothing. Just got the smile. Here, have some candy.
Here, have some more candy.
Trick or beer?
More candy. Oh, that's right. I wouldn't tell you anything ever.
No, you wouldn't. Of course, that's, normal.
Well, my friend Spencer Smith is going to join us. We're going to take one more crack at understanding cryptocurrency.
Oh, poor Spencer.
I know, but he's the founder of AmpliPhi Digital, and one of the things he does is, he kind of trains. Well, for instance, he testified in front of the state assembly about crypto. He's trying.
wow.
This is what he does: is he teaches people. And I think though that there's a couple of questions that we've come up with that might crack our brains
I hope
on
so.
understanding why this is a thing.
Right.
I don't understand it to the point where, I don't understand why somebody would be that emotional about it. It doesn't really exist. It's not on.
Right.
It's not tangible. I can't hold crypto. It's like, what, how is this? How do people get so far into that? And he said, Spencer's the one that's going to tell you. And I was like, oh yeah, Spencer could tell us.
Well, this is going to be good.
Yeah,
I
so
hope.
he's coming up first. And then, obviously, we have, the holidays are coming anyway.
Right.
And then you have a government shutdown because, I know, don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Just stop.
That just
Clearly that will come up at the end of the show.
I
You think?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We're going to talk to Tammy Dunn,
Oh, cool.
the executive director over at the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank. So we're going to talk to her about normal stuff, the normal things that you need over the holidays, but why it's a little bit more serious right this minute. And she's going to explain some of those things and some of their needs.
Well, if you can figure out what crypto is and how it works, you could buy stuff for the food and diaper
There you
bank.
go. Maybe there's
So
a
we'll bring it
connection
full
there.
circle.
Okay. Anyway, so we're going to get Spencer on the phone, and we'll talk to him next right after this on Lake 96.1.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
Welcome back to Life Matters. All right, so this is just an interesting topic that we have, I know, that we have talked about before, and sometimes we think we understand it, and
Here we
then
go again.
Here we go again, because I think that this gentleman is going to help us understand it even further. This is Spencer Smith joins us. He's the founder of AmpliPhi Digital, and welcome, Spencer, to the show.
Thanks, Nancy. Thanks, Tom.
And okay, so we're just going to start off with the basics. What is crypto? Why is it important? Just kind of give us those basics on, for those of us who just really haven't ever managed or dealt with anything like that before.
Or think that we know what we're talking about when we probably really don't.
Right.
Sure. The first crypto was Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin white paper, which described it, came out in 2009. And the idea was a peer-to-peer transfer value, meaning like you and I could exchange cash, Nancy.
Right.
Instead of using an intermediary like a bank or PayPal or something like that, we could use digital assets, meaning Bitcoin, to give each other something of value. And that was the thesis behind it, which built itself on blockchain. And blockchain, just think about that being digital stamps of a ledger, meaning something that is recording something and it can't be altered. So once it's done, once something is recorded, it can't be changed by anybody. And that's the whole gist of the blockchain, as well as crypto built on top of it.
Okay, so when you say, so that's something new that I just learned, right? So when you say Bitcoin, that is a form of crypto. And what else did you say? What other one did you mention?
I just mentioned that one so far, and that is built on top of blockchain technology. So they are mutually exclusive, but that was the first money style or thing of value that was built on blockchains back in 2009. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess one of the reasons, though, too, why we're talking today is because there's been a lot of, the only really good word for it is volatility in that market lately. Why is that? How does it get? Because I feel like it's something that very few people, relatively speaking, are using. Or am I like completely naive about that?
I think you're right. It still is a minority of people that use it. And the volatility comes from, if you remember after Y2K, I was doing computer stuff during Y2K, and then we had the big .com bubble, right? So everything was going online, and we were all going to shop, and that was the idea. And it didn't really play out very well because so many companies went out of business. So there's a lot of volatility there, too, because these were early stage ideas, and many of them didn't pan out, but many of them did. And we look at something like Amazon now compared to what it used to be. Back then, it was very much a Bitcoin-style asset, which had a huge amount of volatility because people didn't know, is this thing going to be around anymore? And that still persists with things like Bitcoin.
Right. So how, other than exchanging it with someone else for a good or a service, where else can you spend cryptocurrency?
There are various places to do it, and it really depends on the crypto that you're talking about.
Okay.
It could be something like Bitcoin that people exchange if they choose to, and some vendors may choose to take that, or Steak and Shake as an example. I know we don't have any here in Wisconsin, but it's big restaurants, so they've just chosen to take it as well as others. But there's also something called a stablecoin, and that's just a digital asset that represents a dollar.
Okay.
And the U.S. and certainly in the West, in North America, it's not that big of a deal for us because we already use digital dollars, right? We use debit cards and credit cards and that kind of thing. But outside of the country, many people would like to own U.S. dollars. And that's pretty arduous to get that done, to find ways to get it, or certain banks might not have it in certain countries.
Okay.
So many people want it outside of our country, and they feel like that's a really important thing to do. And then to go maybe just a step further, some of the narratives have shifted when it comes to Bitcoin and other cryptos, but specifically Bitcoin, because there's a limited supply. We talk about the debasement of currency, meaning as the currency gets worth less and less, like as dollars buy less things, then people want to hold an asset that has a fixed supply of 21 million because it can't be debased anymore. It can't be, you can't issue more Bitcoin, said another way.
All right, so that's a lot of information. But to keep it simple, when you talk about digital currency through debit cards and credit cards and stuff like that, that is backed by the money that we put into the bank or the money that we send to the credit card company to pay that bill. Where does the
what's
money?
It
Where does the backing of Bitcoin come from? How do you? Do you earn this by doing something on the computer? Because what I understand, there's no money investment to earn it.
Like there's never a tangible backing.
Right. It's just kind of like in the air.
Yeah, that's a really great question. If we think about what secures it, it's cryptography. So really, really hard math problems. And back in let's say World War II, if you talked about somebody who's into crypto, they were into code breaking, right? Let's try to figure out how to take some code and figure out what somebody's doing with it. And now what cryptography does on many of the machines that we just use every day is it solves for really hard math equations. And that's what secures much of what we use on a day-to-day basis. And what cryptography does in this sense is we run really, really powerful computers that solve hard math problems, and that secures this network. So it has value that way. But then also, as it's persisted over all of these years, it's been understood that people feel like it has value. So it's just like many other things that it's kind of hard to assign a fundamental value to it. Like what could you buy with this outside of what you could exchange for it for cash?
Okay.
So there's a couple different ideas there.
Huh.
So it's kind of like having really cool rocks that people want. They have value only if you find a person that wants it, and you can trade for something.
Yeah, like many things, Tom, supply demand, like what's something worth? Well, really what somebody would buy for.
So if the people out there decided this is a waste of time and, I don't care about cryptocurrency, then it just kind of goes away.
Yep, hence the volatility.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't even understand what I just said.
We're talking with Spencer Smith. He's the founder of AmpliPhi Digital, and we're talking about cryptocurrency. Tell me what staking is.
Yeah, it's a way to secure a network.
Okay.
So since you asked the question, let's go down that road just a little bit. Okay. So we hear about Bitcoin and all the energy that it uses, right? So that's the way to secure the network is you have to have really powerful computers to solve this math problem, and that's what ensures the security. Staking is when you own a different cryptocurrency that doesn't use that same style. It doesn't use power. it uses those who own the currency to say, I'm going to support this by pledging my assets. It's kind of like vouching, right? Like if I asked Tom, hey, is Nancy a good radio or whatever, he would say, yeah, I'd vouch for her. And that's really what staking is. If somebody owns something, they can put it up and say, this is my way of supporting the network, and they get rewarded for doing that. So that provides the security that way. That's called proof of stake versus the other way that uses power is called proof of work, which is actually the physical work, if you will, that happens with the energy that gets spent.
Sounds like investing.
That's what I was going to say. It's just another word for investing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely investing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Starting to make sense.
All right. So you had a big day or several days recently testifying in the state assembly about crypto. Why did they ask you to come testify? What did you talk about?
I think because, I really like to take hard subjects and try to make them palatable and understandable. So I guess you'll be the judge if, post-interview if that actually happens.
Okay.
But I was just trying to provide some context on taking risk, because that's really what people are doing by way of supporting these networks. If they go, hey, you know what, I want this thing to work, I believe in it, I believe in a disintermediated financial system, meaning we don't have to use banks or anybody in between, we can do a peer-to-peer transfer of value, then that's what I talked about. And I made it analogous to my son who refs soccer games, where he takes a lot of risk because he gets a lot of criticism for a very nominal reward. But long term, he knows how important it is. And if no one did it, then the games wouldn't happen. So that's really the ethos of this whole space, is people participating fundamentally in something that they have a strong belief in.
So I have in my head how I feel like I can relate. I know one of the things that I want to ask you is you talk to the state assembly, and that begs the question from me is, why is it important here in Wisconsin that Wisconsin embraces crypto? And I want to ask this, and I'm not trying to make it political, but I feel like in today's world, maybe this applies. I think that a lot of people are finding out how, if the government is running your life or has a hand in your life, like providing you with food assistance or providing you with government-run daycare, that the unfortunate side of that is that could, without any control or input from you, suddenly stop. And it's obviously quite a bit more inconvenient than you can even describe when anything like that happens. And so it's imperative that people stay in control of their own finances and basically a lot of things or everything about their life. Is crypto a way to make sure that you always have a form of currency that is used at free will and cannot be controlled or not? I mean, do you understand where I'm going there with that question?
Yeah, my answer is yes. You said everything perfectly, and I'd love to expand, but I think you said it really eloquently. So that's a great embodiment of it.
Right.
She does that a lot.
Well, I mean, I feel like, and we're going to talk about this later in the show, I feel like people are, right about now, are feeling the effects of, again, you are provided with something from someone else, and they have every ability to shut it down. Now, This is like for instance, we should never go to a cashless society. That should never happen. You should never plan an event that is cashless. You should never have, that is a bad idea. Agreed. And I feel like crypto, the way you have described it here today, is another form of cash, basically, I don't know what to call it, equity, leverage, something.
Well, it's a form of the way I understand it, it's a form of currency, as long as you have the ability to obtain it and can locate the people who want it.
Right. Does that make sense? Like what Tom just said, if you can, yeah.
If you can get it.
If you can get it and you can spend it on things that you need, and nobody else controls it except for yourself, like I said, like your cash, then the crypto is something that you should be looking into.
Yeah, I think you bring up a really important point, and maybe if not crypto look into from an investment standpoint necessarily, because there are a lot of risks with it, but just the idea behind it and the thesis of it.
Sure.
So if you remember post-COVID, right, or even during COVID, people were hoarding things like toilet paper because we go, well, where is this going to come from if I don't know that the supply chain is going to work? So we start to look at physical goods, right? I need to own this thing, and somebody couldn't take it away from it because you physically own it, and because we have it in our house, somebody can't come and take it.
Right.
And now that we're such a digital society, this is really that style of representation. Like if I can have a digital asset that has value, I would like to keep it for myself and not allow other people to take it away. Because back to Tom's point about we could talk about fractional reserve banking, but I think that would get pretty hairy pretty quickly.
Right.
The dollars that we have in our wallet, that's actually us engaging with the Federal Reserve directly.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's something we own, right? But when we have a bank account, it's really the lending that happens on the bank that's using our dollars as IOUs, right? Like theoretically, we should always get our money back, but that's happened before, like during the savings and loan crisis, like people couldn't get their money out.
Right.
And so
banks shut down. Yeah.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, so if you self-custody these assets, meaning it's analogous to holding a bag of cash or a box of toilet paper, whatever you want to use for a metaphor, but you can actually own these yourself and no one can take them away because you have what's called a private key, meaning you only have access to it yourself or those with whom you share. So that's the digital representation of it.
So the big difference is, I mean, the way I'm understanding this, it's a lot like any other currency other than you can't hold it. You can't
in the
touch
cloud.
it. You can't put it in your pocket or in your wallet.
Right.
It's there.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You just can't have fun with it.
Right.
Well, I mean,
you can't. Right. I mean, you can't hold
can spend it.
Again, it's the tangible versus the intangible, right? Like dollar bills versus, it being
air. Or
in the
keys
air. Like it's more than air, hopefully. Yeah. So that's just so interesting. And so can I just tell you, Spencer, that I just learned more in the last 10 minutes from you about it and understood more than I ever have. Like that was a way, way better explanation than we've had. Not that other people haven't tried to explain it to me. I'm just not good at it, at that kind of stuff. Like I'm a cash person.
Right. And yeah.
I mean, I get that I have to build credit and there's certain things that I have to do, but I am, one of those people like, we've talked about events and maybe going cashless at events and just doing, the Square and the, and just taking cards and everything. And I have been adamantly against that. Number one, because I think generationally it's a bad idea. But number two, because we should never, ever consent to that. Because somebody can shut that stuff off right away. And then we don't have access to anything. And so, but I do believe that the volatility, the misunderstanding, the people not getting how this works, I think that's crippled the growth of of crypto.
Definitely.
And I mean, is that accurate as well?
That is accurate, and then on a federal level, so not at the state assembly, because states have self-sovereignty, so we can decide to do things. But on a federal level, there's been a lack of clarity as to what are these really? Are we allowed? Are we not allowed? If somebody's trying to build in that space, if they're trying to build a crypto project or a company, could they do it? And that forced many founders of these organizations to go offshore. Now, there's been a fundamental shift. Most recently, there's been 2 bills, one of which was passed at the federal level called Genius, which has codified a bunch of stuff with these stable coins that I alluded to earlier. But then there's also what's called the Clarity Act, and that's a market structure bill, meaning if we'd like a path to use crypto as a way to found and fund a company, we know how to do it. We know how to register with the federal agencies that are responsible for it, and then how we can actually do it here in the U.S., which would be a massive unlock for a lot of people that are maybe either waffling, should I do it or not, or have been forced offshore to this point.
Well, I see on here that you trained the U.S. Federal Department of Justice on cryptocurrency valuation and recovery. Do you think that's helping the cause?
It is, yeah.
I mean, again,
in
it's
that case,
knowledge.
Yeah, that's 100% right. Yeah, and for them, it was they do disposition of assets. So let's say somebody declares bankruptcy and they go, "What is this piece of artwork worth?" It's like, well, I don't know. Back to Tom's point, what's worth what somebody would pay for it, right? So it's about discovering these assets, where do they live, and then ultimately, what are they worth? Because some of the big ones that we talked about, like Bitcoin and others, it's pretty easy because it's a 24/7 market. It trades a lot of money every day, so you know exactly what the dollar value is. But some of the more esoteric ones, it's a little bit difficult to discern what those values are. So I just taught them about how to track this stuff around, and the net effect is that if you want to launder money, do it the old-fashioned way. Do it with cash. Do not do it on a blockchain-based system like Bitcoin because it's so easy to find. Because everything's in the open. You can find anything you want.
Good to know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I would actually
Closing the laundromat.
I would actually have to have laundry to
Right.
or money to launder. And
Well,
yeah,
you've got
to
me
care
at the
about
math
that.
problems to earn crypto. That's not going to happen.
I know. I got to do math now.
Right.
No, I'm just gonna now I'm just gonna call Spencer and be like, hey.
Hey, I need some crypto.
What's happening?
What do I
How do I do this? So, yeah,
Anytime.
where do you recommend that people go get additional information?
Well, there's a lot of resources out there. The ones that are probably most prominent are those that you see advertised on television, especially during sports. Like Coinbase does
Okay.
a really good job with education.
Okay.
Others that are out there, like Kraken and maybe some others that you've seen advertised, they do a really nice job saying, hey, what is this thing? What does it mean? It's more than just speculation if you really want to dig into the technology, but that's just like trying to learn, early stage companies. Like here's a quantum physics company that's going to be doing something. Do I really want to learn it or do I just want to invest in it?
Right.
And that's a very different approach in both.
Yeah. Right. So, just one more quick question: what exactly does your company do? AmpliPhi Digital. What do you guys do?
I do a lot of training.
Okay.
So it's helping those who are usually in the financial services space, financial advisors, people like that, help them understand what this means. And when their clients come to them and say, hey, I'm interested in this, or I have some of this stuff, what do I do with it? And help them speak the language of their clients. So it's primarily training, then do a lot of investing in projects myself as well.
Got it. All right. Spencer Smith, founder of AmpliPhi Digital. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Because honestly, I mean, do you agree, Tom, that this is probably the best?
Absolutely.
I understood more about what you said today than I have it whenever we've ever talked about this
I'm a
subject before.
hands-on learner, and I think I have a working knowledge of this now without
get
touching
it.
it, which is weird.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much because we are not,
my
Tom and I
Yeah,
are
I
not
appreciate
alone
it.
in that feeling that
No.
we didn't really get exactly how it worked.
I think that's something, and I mean this seriously. If you're a hands-on learner,
Yeah.
understand that this may take a while to figure out because it's not something that you can,
Right.
put in your hands and move around and learn.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Spencer. We
Thank
so
you.
appreciate the explanation, and if we see anything that changes or some big explosion or something of cryptocurrency information or whatever, we're going to call you back.
Thanks, Nancy. Thanks, Tom.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this, right here on Lake 96.1.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
I have one. I have one for both of you.
I know.
Shut up, Tom Tide. Welcome back to Life Matters.
Help me.
Or just Tom's sending out an SOS. Just blink a bunch of times if you need help. It's
Yes.
a radio, so no one can see you. So good luck with that.
Oh, they can feel it.
They can feel it. Yeah. There'll be 10 cops outside the door when we're done. Don't do that. Don't do it. He's not in any trouble. I think we all know Tom can hold his own. Shut up, Tom. Anyway, Tammy Dunn joins us, the executive director of the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank. Used to be the Walworth County Food and Diaper Bank, which it still is, but it's got a cooler name. So
It definitely does,
It is
especially when you
cooler.
hang it
It
out
is
there for
cooler.
a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bridge.
So I know
Food and Diaper Bank.
the Bridge.
Well
The
done.
Bridge.
I practiced.
You did. I can see that. So big week last week.
Big week.
I know it was
Yes.
busy last week. You mentioned that to me. Thursday is your pickup day, and you were exhausted on Thursday
Yeah.
because we talked about today. And the holidays are coming, and so it's really not going to do anything but get busier, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And so let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, this is the period of time during the year when when organizations like yours are just overwhelmed anyway. You're overwhelmed all year long. I mean, we should not have this many people in need. We've got to find some other way, and that's part of the discussion right behind all of the other reasons why we have so many people who are struggling to get by. Like there's an underlying reason for all of that. Somebody else is going to have to figure that out. In the meantime, you guys are bridging those gaps, right? Between
Yes. Good play on words there.
the
She
you know,
practices too.
I do. It's like, if I say enough words, they'll make sense eventually.
You got to
Right?
shuffle them in.
So I just keep saying them, and then they work. I've been covering for the news, right? We're switching around our news. Ted Pankow's taking over in the morning, and then I've been covering afternoons until our new guy starts. And I tease the guys and tell them, I'm just making up the news. If you could just leave me alone, I'm over here making up stories.
Most
for
of the
news.
stations are.
Freaking out my staff. They're like, we got to listen to the news and see if she's actually right, because they know
Quality control.
I just put together words until they make some sense. So anyway, but we do, like, there's a lot of underlying reasons for the influx of people that need the resources that you guys provide. Doesn't really matter. You still have to provide the resources. And so a lot of people do ask at this time of the year what they can do to help you. And so food-wise, really it's just donating cash, right? Because you guys have the ability to buy things at such lower rates that it's just much easier if you have the cash. And there's certain things that people need at certain times.
Correct. So cash is king. So for every $1, we can purchase $7 worth of food because of our resources and our buying power and our local supporters. We work closely with the farms, Cogis, Pierce's, Lake Geneva Country Meats, Steinbrings, and I'm dropping names, but really you got to give props to the local places that are helping us and working with us and giving us some buying power.
We all stick together.
So we do. We really do. This is
For sure.
This is a great community. We say neighbors helping neighbors, and that's just so cliche, but it's really true.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You touched on something earlier, and I've thought about this a lot because, turn on the news. Hunger is not red as it's not blue. It's just real.
Yeah.
Right. It like to take all of that and push it to the side. 8,500 people in Walworth County are hurting and needing help to get their groceries. And we are bridging that gap. We are there. We have enough food. We have enough resources. We did see about a 20% uptick last week. But
Really?
to your point, it's the holidays.
Right.
This is the time of year. So what I'm sad about is that all of this is happening when it's the most stressful time of the year for our guests anyway. I mean, come on, everything. You go to school, you need this present and you need this thing for class. And
And it's colder out.
It's
and that
cold,
costs
right?
more
The
money.
heat has to come on, right? So timing is just, it's never a great time when you don't have food. But we're seeing an increase. Cash is king. If you like to have food drives, that's amazing. So, okay, this is hot off the press. This happened today. I love Badger Deca.
Yeah.
Just absolutely love them.
Yeah.
And every year they have this, I think it's called Trick or Can. And they go around and they collect food from different neighborhoods.
Oh, nice.
And this year was their biggest year ever. They killed it. I could not believe they brought 5 car loads full, 2,560 pounds worth of food.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
It was insane. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
So
Nice.
Yeah. So if you want to have a food drive, that's all good. We'll take it. We need it.
Cash is king, but you won't turn it down in cans either.
Never.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's feed the people. That's what we're doing.
Right. Well, one of the things too is that there's also, there's all those things that you think about that people, when they are having to worry about food, diapers, feminine products, toiletry necessities, things like that, when they're having to worry about that and struggle to keep themselves clean and fed and warm, a lot of other things never even enter into the picture, right? So you also have a lot of toy drives out there, which is great. You have bicycle, drives where people collect bicycles and, give those away for Christmas. You have organizations that adopt families and just take care of the whole family or several families or whatever. But we can say, and we sort of talked about this last week or the week, well, I guess it was the week before because we were both off last week, that we are kind of bridging the gap with over the holidays, and we are having a campaign to collect stocking stuffers because there's a lot of toy drives, and that's great. We need the toys for the kids, but we also just here decided that we wanted to give we wanted all of the kids that come to the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank to have a stocking filled with stuff, with some candy, with some toys, all ages.
Stocking stuffers are the best.
Stocking stuffers are the best. Tomorrow, we start our campaign to collect stocking stuffers at our different sponsor locations to fill these stockings. And we are going to try and fill a stocking for every kid. Tammy's given us a bunch of numbers. And we are going to try and fill a stocking for every kid under up to teenager. Like, I want to say it was 15. I'll have to look. But basically, 3 to 17. Look at that. It's right here in my notes. I know.
I wasn't going to correct you.
I'm not saying
3 to 17.
Okay. Yeah.
It's about 500 kids. And like I said, we're going to try and collect enough stocking stuffers to fill stockings for every one of those kids so that they can take that home as well, because they get the toy drives are great and they get a toy or coat and mitten drives. And, that should never be a gift. That's like socks and underwear. Okay. Those are not gifts.
The stocking's the fun stuff.
But it's the fun stuff, right? And it's a multiple, there's like multiple little things in there. And so we are doing that for it's just called our Bridge the Gap Stocking Stuffer campaign. And so you can go on to lake961.com and, on our social media and things like that. And next week, you'll start seeing a lot more about that and a lot more information on where you can go to donate those things. We're also going to allow people to go online through Amazon. We have an Amazon wish list as well.
Great.
Oh, nice.
And so, and so that's what we're going to try and do. It's interesting, though, like you said, this has happened. This whole government thing happened at the worst time ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the emotional part of it this time of the year is a lot worse as well. I mean, I guess I just never really asked you this question. You have resources when you see a family, a mom that's maybe really struggling emotionally, like she's there, she's crying, she's upset, she's new, maybe she doesn't know. What other resources do you guys help with, recommend, or send out? Like what else do you see happening that you have to help people contend with besides just not having enough food?
Right. So the food, the diapers, period supplies, et cetera, we see a lot of tears. There have been a lot more tears lately. It's definitely ramped up. This is super stressful time. But I think what we do, we typically we have a resource directory that the Treehouse has put together. It's amazing. It is a great book in both English and Spanish, and they've just done an awesome job with it. So usually that's as far as we go. We do food really well, right? And the other products as well. We do that. We stick to that because again, we're in a very small space, and to get 125 households through that space in a 3-hour window, you don't have the time to sit and talk and work with them individually. We just don't have the space for it. We're working on that, but we don't. Right now, we don't. Right?
Knowing that booklet is utilized there, like there are a lot of places that and again, unbelievably.
A lot of programs available.
A valuable resource that Coco and her team put together there. But knowing that is in that place, in that space for people in that moment, that's a big deal. I should have known that's what you do.
We'll have other handouts, like if there's community meals or things like that, we'll put those stuffers into the bags. Right. And so we're always looking out for other things that we can bring to our guests as well, like Toys for Tots and the big Thanksgiving meal coming up. You know what? When you were talking about stockings before, it was really... You really had me thinking about what it's like to get a stocking, and that's probably the first thing that goes. It's probably the first thing that the family is just, here's your present, and it's wrapped, and maybe 2 presents, and that's it. And so that's going to be so fun. But the other thing we do is we do holiday meals. So we hand out turkey meals and Christmas meals, and we ask our guests a couple months ahead of time if they'd like to reserve one of those meals. Right. And then we have a Saturday drive-through, and it's very, very cool. But what I love about it is it's a meal that they can make at home together and sit down together and eat the meal, right? It's not just drive through and it's all prepared for you. Those are wonderful, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're so lucky to have the places in Delavan and Elkhorn that are doing that, and delivering.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Right.
But I love the fact that even if they don't do it on Thanksgiving because they picked up their meal cooked, they can still cook together and have that experience at some point during the holidays.
Yeah. It's exactly what they're about, too. Family getting together.
Yeah.
Cooking together and enjoying it.
This is a very emotional time of the year for people who, so many people just don't look forward to it. And they should be looking forward to it. You have to just know that there are people out there and there are ways to, we are working very, very hard in this community together to make sure that people are taken care of. Tammy's one of these people.
Like 150 volunteers that are just it's like the ultimate kindness that I get to see every week. It's so, so rewarding. But, thinking about the resources, when you ask what else we do for them, we're supporting 15 food pantries in Walworth County. So that's the bank part of the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank.
That's where I was kind of going with that. We're not just talking about your location here.
Right.
We're talking about multiple locations that you help supply.
Yeah. We're all in it together. We collaborate. We have monthly meetings. It's a really good group. We just make sure that no food pantry in Walworth County has a bare shelf. And also, when we give out food to our guests, it's 10 to 14 days worth, not 30, and they can only come once a month. And that's a guideline that is used by multiple pantries in Walworth County. So you may come to, if you need it, if you're in a crisis mode, that particular month, you could go to, let's say, Lake Geneva Food Pantry, and then also come to the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank so that you would have enough for the month. So that's kind of we're that an umbrella in that way as well.
That's all. I guess I didn't realize that. Yeah. That is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because when crisis hits, it hits.
Oh my gosh. And it doesn't go away that quick.
No, and people don't come every month.
Doesn't.
They don't. They 2% come every month, right? So they come when they absolutely need it. It's a bad month, right?
Right. Which happens, and you're there. I mean, you help them get them over the hump.
It's interesting. We're talking with Tammy Dunn, the executive director of the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank. As we look further down, let's say we've got the holidays taken care of. The other thing people need to remember is the kids are home from school over the holidays. So this isn't just about the holiday meal. It's the same thing as summertime. A lot of kids are eating their breakfast and lunch at school. And when they're not in school, they're not eating the breakfast and lunch or not eating breakfast and lunch every day. And so that's a little bit of a different scenario than just a holiday meal. And you guys are covering that you have to consider covering that as well.
Yeah, it never stops.
No.
It never stops.
Yeah.
But you're right. The times when the kids are home from school, it ramps up. Spring break, Christmas break, summertime, we definitely see more families needing help.
How can we start thinking ahead for help? Is a monthly donation available? Do you have ways to make a monthly donation?
We do. You can go, if you go to our website, you click the donate button, you can choose to donate once, or you can choose to sign up to $10 a month. You may not even miss that $10 a month, or that's, a cup of coffee these days, right? So,
but that's $70 worth of food.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So every month, you're, and we have a lot of people who do it that way. Very appreciative of that.
That should be the way you do it, because everybody thinks about all this at the holidays, and let's make sure. And right now with the government and their crap, and so everybody wants to think about it right now. But what about the middle of February?
Well, people got to eat every
spring
day.
Break. They
Not
do.
just on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it seems to me like that's grand and lovely that everybody wants to make sure that everybody has a happy holiday, and we need to do that. That's important. It's important for kids. It's important for adults. It's important for self-esteem and self-confidence. And you never know if that particular meal or that interaction or that engagement that day, really honestly could save a life. There could be a mom or a dad that, Tom, how many people in the, when you were on the police force, how many people did you come across on the holidays that were just so depressed and so just beside themselves?
We'll get
and
busier.
stuff. Right. It's just so much deeper during the holidays. We have to fix that. We have to be there for people. But those feelings exist like I said, in February, in April.
Yeah, so
like this doesn't.
It's Wisconsin. February sucks, right?
It really
February
does.
is
It's the
gray.
worst month
It's
of the year.
dismal. It's cold.
Yeah.
Blah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
and it's just,
like February.
right. Nobody.
No, not really.
Winter blues.
I just
Everybody
can't
hates
stop
February.
laughing about it because you're right.
It's just
January's kind of fun. March is okay. February, God, no.
And then there's Valentine's
What do you have against
Day.
Valentine's
There's
Day?
Valentine's Day, right? So
Who celebrates Valentine's Day anymore?
Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Yeah, well, okay.
Right?
I rest my
Yeah.
case.
Right. But I mean, it's
But
just
you're
those
cooped up.
feelings.
You're cooped up.
cooped
and
up.
your bills are high.
Cabin
Your
fever.
utility
Right.
bills are high. It's
Right.
gray. It's dismal. It's just
Get out and donate.
It's
You'll feel
tough.
better.
Right,
And so, right. Yeah.
right.
But I mean, you go on and so you can't forget about doing these things during the rest of the year. I mean, this is great. And we always encourage people to help no matter what time of the year it is, but go that extra mile and send the $10 extra in every month for the next year.
Right.
Great.
Absolutely.
Like figure out a way to budget it so that you remember that, this need, is
You can
never
set it up through your bank
goes
and not
away.
even know you're doing it.
Exactly. It's one cup of coffee, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't think people realize how many people come through your food pantry.
And
I don't think they get it.
They're the people that you're sitting next to at church or your kids are playing with on the playground, and they really it's not what you think. The face of hunger is not what you think it is. It really
Be very
isn't.
surprised at the people that you see that need the help. And you're talking about also we're not just talking about kids. We're talking about senior citizens too.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a Meals on Wheels program still here in Walworth County?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
And they do a great job.
They do.
Yeah.
And we actually, so this is pretty cool. We have a partnership with ADRC who runs the Meals on Wheels program. And so we just started this maybe half a year ago, and they'll come in and pick up food and deliver it for us. So a lot of the people that they're delivering Meals on Wheels to can't get out of their house and get to us.
Right.
So it was a long process to get it all set up, right, with privacy and just making sure everybody's signed up properly. But now they'll come in on a Friday at noon, and we have prepared food for depends on the week, like maybe it's 8 households one week and 4 the next.
Right.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And we're able
they're
to,
already going
It was
there.
just a great partnership.
Yeah.
Right.
And they really they thought of it, so kudos. And it was a no-brainer. It was like, yes, let's do that.
And they spend a little bit more time there, and a lot of the people that are getting those Meals on Wheels need the companionship. Just have someone to talk to for a couple minutes.
We got a note from them just the other day that one of their guests that they take the Meals on Wheels to, and we're taking our food to, and they just were just so appreciative. They took the time to send a nice note and say what a difference it makes for us to have some food in the house.
Well, it's really kind of a no-brainer, right? Like you're delivering one meal.
Yeah.
Why would you not just go ahead and put a box of food in the car?
Yeah.
And those people,
a lot of older adults.
And those people probably know way more about those people in need than we would ever know. I mean, I have a friend, Kathy, you know her, and she used to do that all the time. Like she wouldn't miss it to save her life.
Right.
Because and again, the relationships that she formed because of that. And then she would never, it's Kathy Studley. She's a city council member. I'll just tell you right now. And she probably still does it if I had to guess. But the relationships that she formed, like they would look forward to, they'd be waiting at the door for her. It gives them something to look forward to, because it wasn't just the food. It was, if you know her, she's super bubbly. She's super friendly. She just, she loves to talk to people. And so they looked forward to that interaction as well. And so, can you imagine? I mean, that's one of the simplest ways to get to know somebody, and to say, but then to have a resource like you guys to turn around and say, hey, Agnes over here, I stepped in, I gave her food, I put it down on her tray. I had a couple, I had a little chat with her, whatever. She went to get a water out of her refrigerator, and I noticed that it's completely empty. Mm-hmm. She needs a box of food.
Right.
Like, who else is going to help you monitor that? I mean, that's incredibly smart.
Great partnership.
Yeah. Like I said, well, that's a no-brainer.
Right.
Yeah.
And it takes a special person to be able to do that too.
Well, it really does,
thank God
because
they do
I
it.
would, me, I cannot do those things.
No, you'd take them all
I would
home.
take them all home, or I would move in with them and say, I will take care of you. And then my
Your
husband
house is-
would be like, where are we?
Yeah, your house is big, but it's not.
It ain't that big. I can't take all those people home. Yeah, and apparently kidnapping the children.
No,
Not allowed.
Keep
Probably
telling her and my
wouldn't
wife.
end well.
I have to tell them no.
Wouldn't end well.
Yeah, we
Can't do that.
We can't take the children. I don't know. Or the dogs. We're not allowed to take all the dogs.
Yep. We ran into a young couple that I know through the police academy just last weekend with a new baby, and she said, "Do you want to pick her up?" And Amy said, "Sure." And I went, "No, you won't get her back. No, don't pick up the baby. Leave the baby alone."
Did she pick up the baby?
No.
What?
It was cold.
The baby was cold?
No, it was cold outside. The baby was all bundled up.
Oh, okay. All right. I was disappointed in my friend there for a minute. Like, why did she pick up the baby?
Nah, I was standing in between her and the carriage.
You had baby opportunities.
Last thing I needed was to get arrested in Wilmot.
You should probably not get arrested anywhere.
No, I'm trying not to.
Listen, if you do, though,
Daily.
it's a
Goals.
topic on the show.
Oh, yeah, we'll be
Goals.
talking about
Yeah.
it.
Hilarious.
First of all, I was wrong.
Our Bridge the Gap stocking stuffer campaign starts tomorrow. Again, go to lake961.com. I have no idea where we're at. And you can get a list of people that are taking those collections. We also have, the QR code on signs at the different sponsors and things like that to go to the Amazon, and it will drop right here. We're going to put all these stockings together and get them over to the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank. They're in December so that they can get them out with their holiday meals and things like that, and the kids can enjoy them.
So what are you looking for stockings? Just like little toys and cards and...
Yes, things that
The
fit
normal
in a
stocking
stocking.
stuff?
Yeah, there'll be a normal size stocking. Like, what is that? Like 12, 14
it's
inch
a
stocking.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
somewhere
not-
in there.
that's not
They're not
normal.
tiny. They're big.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you should see mine. It's huge. Yep.
We're going to talk about that in a minute.
I'll bring it in and show it to you.
Ages 3 to 17, so nothing that anybody can choke on. Even though it's 3 to 17. I mean, we were just very careful about what we picked
Right.
and everything. And
we don't want anybody getting hurt.
Right. We don't want anybody getting hurt, but we do want to fill, we are going to fill 500 stockings. Period. End of story, if not more. I have a
And
feeling
have extra for
Amazing.
next year.
I have a feeling that we will have more, which is fine. But that's our minimum that we are going to
good problem to
fill
have.
because, like I said, there's a lot of toy drives and that's great. And there's holiday meals and that's great. But everybody loves a stocking filled with stuff, different things. And so that's what we decided to do this year.
It's beautiful.
Aw.
It's so cool. It's so different. It's so unique. And I just think about someone that I was in the food and diaper bank recently, a little girl, super, super cute, curls, lots of curls.
Ooh.
And we always, whenever there's a child in the food and diaper bank, everybody just glance onto them and here's a cookie, here's a book, and make them laugh.
bring my child back.
Right. And
Nancy and Amy are not
she
allowed.
was just so cute. And I'm like, I just went into the little toy basket that had some old Beanie Babies, the little
yeah.
tiny ones.
Cool.
Remember
Yeah.
the little ones?
Yeah.
Someone donated bunches and bunches to us that had the tags on them. I mean, they're super
Nice.
super cute. Well, this was a little kangaroo, so I took it over and I was like, "Here, do you want this little kangaroo?" And she called it a bunny, right out of the gate. Even moms were, and we were saying, "Oh, it's a bunny," and she's like, "Oh, my bunny, thank you." Right? And it was super cute. So I go back to my office and I'm listening, and all I hear is hop, hop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm melting. That's
Right.
great.
I'm
That's
melting.
Amazing what a Beanie Baby can do to your heart.
And the mom
just the excitement.
is sick of hearing hop.
And
Right.
right. But for that minute,
kangaroo.
mom didn't have to worry.
Right.
They're going to go home, and that little bunny kangaroo is going to be hopping all over the house and just bring. So it's this little thing. Stuff.
My
That's got a
husband
relief
said-
stress
yeah.
just having your child happy like
My
that.
husband said
Stockings.
about this was one of the things he said about Halloween, because we haven't had trick-or-treaters for a very long time at our house. So we were all excited on Friday about our trick-or-treaters and all this. And one of the things he said last week was, he said, when you get something cool when you're trick-or-treating, you never forget it. And because he was like, we
Right.
should get eyeballs or something, that they'll hold on to and they'll never forget. And I was like, okay, we're not doing eyeballs, but okay.
That's what I always wanted to get when I was trick-or-treating.
An eyeball, I know. And he was like, but something cool that wasn't candy that was going to go away, and you held on to it, right? That's the same thing. She will never lose
Right.
that bunny.
Right.
Kangaroo bunny.
The kangaroo bunny.
The kangaroo bunny.
Yeah.
She will always hold on to that. And she may not remember where she got it.
Yeah.
She may not remember why. She may not. But you know what? But you're right. The mom will always remember the look on her face.
Yeah.
Too.
It's big, but you may not want to let Ty shop for the stockings.
Ty is not allowed to shop for anything ever. What are you
eyeballs in the stockings
laughing at?
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I got a candy bar. I got an apple. I got a rock.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
You got a lot of rocks.
Oh God!
Save for next year.
Are you seriously talking about rocks with me right now?
No.
Anyway,
you could get a bunch
rocks.
of. We need a bunch of rubber ducks.
Rocks are a bone of contention at my house. We're not talking about rocks anymore.
For the stocking stuffers, we need a bunch of rubber ducks.
Okay, well, I'm sure Aaron put that on the list.
Good. They make bath time lots of fun.
Here. Look at the QR code. Scan the QR code and go make your order.
With my computer eye?
Yes, with your computer eyeball. With your fake eyeball. So.
Oh, yeah, I can see the list now.
Anyway.
Help me.
This is we are out of it on Sunday this morning. We are all
Sunday.
tired.
We're still sugared up
We're
from
still
Friday.
sugared up from Friday.
A lot of Halloween candy going on right now.
Halloween parties, all that kind of stuff. So
the kids are home. It's time to have fun with the adults.
Right.
I mean, I heard. I wouldn't know.
No, right. So anyway, we are accepting donations of stocking stuffers for our Bridge the Gap stocking stuffer campaign. Of course, you can find the information for that at lake961.com. But honestly, just Google the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank and go there and figure out how to donate throughout the holidays. Again, like you said, cash is king because $1, there's nowhere else on the planet that you can take $1 and turn it into $7. That's right. Except for the Bridge Food and Diaper Bank.
Just set up that $10 a month donation.
Just do it, right?
Make it easy.
Like it's $10 and you're buying $70 worth of food.
And then you can sit there when you go over bills going, hey, I did that.
Yeah.
And not even know you did it.
Right.
What a surprise. It'd be pleasant.
You put smiles on faces and you know what it is? It's the sense of comfort and peace of mind.
Right.
There's a mom or a dad or a grandma or a grandpa out there that is raising children that is struggling, that it's a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's a good way to say it.
Might just be a deep breath for them.
Deep breath. Oh, I like that. That's true.
Yeah. So Tammy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Once
again,
and
thank you.
Always. And I know I'll see you next week because we're kicking this off and we're, if you want to, we are still accepting sponsors for this campaign. And so if you want to sponsor, just give the office a call at 249-9600. We are having a big gathering at Two Brothers Bar and Grill. They are the major sponsor for our campaign here, and we're going to have a gathering for everybody down there at the end of the campaign. And so get on Lake 96.1 and figure out when that is and come join us there as well. So it's a big deal.
Big deal. Thank you.
Lots of stockings.
Thank you for your support.
No, yeah, of course.
Thank
Not
you.
A problem. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so
we
fun.
want
I can't wait
toys.
to see all the faces.
We want toys,
yes.
right? So
I want stuff for stockings.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yep.
Little stuff that'll fit in the stocking. So anyway, you have a good rest of your Sunday. Thank you for joining us, and we'll have you back in for an update later.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Coming up next, just stop. I have a lot.
I'm sure you do.
Because we skipped a week. So
Right. And it builds up.
Exactly. We'll be right
And
back
you still
after
got all
this.
that sugar to worry about.
On Lake 96.1. Did you miss part of the show? You can find Life Matters with Tom and Nancy in its entirety. Just search Life Matters on Spotify, YouTube, or go to lake961.com.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
Stop it.
Whoa. Stop right there.
Stop! Stop it!
Just stop talking.
Yes, now it's time for Just Stop. This is my favorite part of the show.
Just stop for a second. I had a thought. You know, one thing we didn't think of asking Tammy is if you can donate to the food pantry with crypto.
You know what? I'll send her an email and ask her that.
Wouldn't that be funny if we could do that? We could get
well,
something started.
Yeah.
Crypto food.
I don't know.
Every time I hear crypto, I think about the Jetsons dog.
Was his name Crypto?
It was.
Are you sure?
I'm a 60s kid.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Hey Siri. What was the name of the dog on the Jetsons?
Crypto.
Astro.
Oh, Crypto is Superman's dog. Close enough.
No, Superman is allergic to kryptonite. I mean, not allergic, but isn't that kryptonite?
What was the name of Superman's dog?
Superman's dog is named Crypto the Superdog.
All right, that was close.
Oh, my God, you were right.
The right box of crayons, just the wrong show. Story of my life.
I just had to go through the whole, meet George Jetson, his boy
Jane,
Elroy,
his wife.
Daughter Judy, Jane, his wife.
They don't say nothing about Rosie or Rashford.
Or the dog. No.
George.
Nope.
All right.
Ruh-roh with Scooby. See?
Astro talked the same way.
Same as Scooby.
What did you do on Saturday mornings? I don't want to know.
I liked Pink Panther.
Who didn't?
Dun-dun, dun-dun,
Yeah, I love Pink Panther.
dun-dun, dun-dun. He
My
never
dad
spoke.
would work a lot of Saturday mornings at the factory, so we would get up and watch as many cartoons as we could.
Hell yeah.
Because when he came home, we had stuff to do.
Right. I want to talk to you about this life-size person stocking. It sounds to me like you're stocking like you could put a person inside of it.
Pretty close. Small person. Amara would fit in it.
I feel like you said it was bigger than that. How tall?
I didn't say that she would be tight. She would fit in it. She could probably walk around for a while. It's big. Amy found it for me many, many, many years ago. And it's a Snoopy stocking, of course.
Why is the stocking so big?
Because stockings are cool.
Does it ever? And you said it's never been filled to the
Not
brim?
completely filled. Amy's done a very good job many times. But it's it's a lot to go in there. But think about it. Christmas morning, you get up. Parents are still in bed. They won't get up. Where do you go? To the stockings.
Right.
That's where the fun is. I mean, the presents are cool.
That's the first thing that we did.
Us too.
You know,
the stockings
aren't there
were
some
free
families
game.
that let you open the stocking on, or like their tradition is to open the stocking on Christmas Eve?
Everybody has their own tradition. Some people do the presents Christmas Eve. We were allowed to open one present Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning. And I think I know my parents did this so they could sleep a little bit longer. But we were allowed to. The stockings were free game, so we could go into those as soon as we got up. The presents could not be touched until they got up. So.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to do anything until our parents got up. But I will say this: our parents did get up. Like, they didn't make us go back to bed or wait for a certain time or whatever. And well, I mean, that may not be true. They made us wait until maybe like 6 or 7. Like it had to be like at least the sun had to be trying to come up. Like, it couldn't be 3 a.m. or something. I don't know. What?
One year, I swear to God, we just laid down and we hear the door open and down the steps. Yep, Dylan was already there. I looked at him like, no, I'm not getting back up. But my favorite Christmas with the kids. This is a story. It's going to kind of screw up Just Stop. But maybe we should wait for Christmas.
No.
Do it now?
You started it.
All right. So I had my first shoulder surgery. So right arm was out of commission.
Right.
And we had decided that we were going to get bunk beds for the kids. So we put them together downstairs. This is at the old house. And we carried them up the stairs. Prior to that, we had moved the kids into our bed, still sleeping. Got all their stuff out of the way, carried the bunk beds up, put the bunk beds in, brought them in, put them back into bed. Poor Amy's doing most of the work because, again, I only had one arm.
Right.
So we put him in bed. Zach's on the bottom. Dylan's on top. We laid down. We had a good sleep, and all of a sudden you hear, boom. Dylan rolled over and jumped out of bed. I'm surprised you didn't scream incoming, but yeah.
Well, there's a guard
it was a
for
riot. Right over the top. It was Christmas morning. He was on a mission.
I thought he was.
Boom.
Oh, my God. No,
Yeah, it was
funny.
a riot.
That is funny. Honestly, for Just Stop, this government shutdown, I think that people, the longer that it continues, the more aware of the absurdity of it people are. And
I hope that's true.
There are reasonable demands and negotiations that people can make, and that's all fine and dandy. And there are unreasonable demands that people can attempt to make, but understand that while, maybe historically our lawmakers have negotiated with each other and they've found some way to come together with a compromise. At this point, things are so extreme that it's really become this all or nothing process. And adding $1.5 trillion for the items that the Democrats want to spend this money on is just not going to happen. And quite frankly, if you look around or if you talk to just an average person who has read about these things and seen this list and things like that, they're like, so let me get this straight. You've held hostage a clean resolution vote that would continue government as it should. You have stopped negotiating and talking about the fact that insurance premiums are getting ready to go up because the Affordable Care Act has been anything but affordable. And you have basically screeched the government to a halt because of this list of demands that are unreasonable, that your own party members are even, your own constituents are like, yeah, this is ridiculous.
Away. Right.
And you're also not voting for a CR that you voted for like 9 times before.
Right.
The exact to the number same thing.
Right. 13 no's.
You also said that you would not vote for a line item. Let's fund this, the SNAP programs, whatever is in that line item bill, so to speak. You also you also refused to do that. So at this point, it's so obvious. Like, the extreme people want to say, they still want to argue this. They still want to try and, deflect blame and all of these things. But, here again, so many times we have talked about just your normal, average, everyday person on this show that, and I don't want to say purple people because it's not that. It's not that we're not one thing or another. It's
this is just straight up
common sense people.
Yeah.
Who are looking around going, okay, well, $2 billion for, decorated rocks in Uganda are not something that we want on the agenda.
Honestly.
And that's not on there. I'm just making stuff.
But anything on that list, what do we want off of that?
Nothing.
All that money is going out of the country.
Right.
All of your hard-earned tax money is going out of the country. It will do nothing for the United States of America.
Or
this shutdown, everybody out there with kids in the military, how are they going to pay their bills now?
Right.
Jeremy's got a wife and a daughter he's taking care of, and
Right.
a house payment to make, and a car payment to make.
Right.
And that's not even the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
And
But the other thing
don't care.
is that, you stopped paying all these people, and you stopped funding the SNAP benefits, and you stopped funding the food stamps, and you stopped funding all of that in order to state your case. And again, you can try and deflect all of the facts and figures that you want, but the fact remains that taxpayer money is paying for things, whether it's food, clothes, diapers, cars, rent, utilities, whatever it is, health care for the most part, for people that shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And it's not that we don't want you here. It's just that we need you to come the right way so
Correct.
that you can earn, these things are earned. And it wouldn't be a big deal if everybody else had all of their things taken care of. If all of the people in the United States were sitting pretty with health care and they were comfortable in their homes and our veterans were taken care of and our homeless people were in fact not homeless and we had all these things taken care of and we could absorb additional people who are seeking relief, we would do that. We can't do that.
No.
And so, and unfortunately, while the majority of Americans are certainly reasonable enough to say, okay, that we can't accommodate a certain amount, a certain percentage, a certain number, a certain dollar figure because we have hearts and we want to help people. We can't do this for everyone. And I can tell you right now that this young man that's sitting over here, that his parents just found out that he has leukemia and he's 10 years old, and it's about to cost them millions of dollars in health care for that child. They have to pay that. Mm-hmm. But the woman over here who came over with her husband or her boyfriend and 3 children, and now he got deported because he committed a bunch of crimes and she's left here to try and fend for herself, we're paying 100% of their bills.
We also gave her a place to live. We're giving her
and
food.
Gave her a place to live. And
gave her a car.
Food,
gave her a cell phone.
And gave her all of that. And so you have to, it's not that we don't have a heart. It's not that we don't want to help people. It's just that there are measures. There are balances that are completely screwed up right now.
Right. And that's why the election went the way it went.
Absolutely.
And they're still trying to force this down our throats.
Somebody related to me recently said to me, there's not as much fraud as you think.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something. If you live in a household and you're receiving some kind of benefit and you're living with your boyfriend and you're not married and you reach and you fill out paperwork and you're splitting the rent with him and you guys are living together and you fill out the paperwork for whatever benefit that you need and you don't include his income when it asks for household income, that's fraud, my friend.
Yep. And if you're going out there buying extra food because you want to use up all the money on your RCP and you're giving it away to family and friends, that's fraud too. There's a ton of fraud out there.
And so, again, I don't know anybody that doesn't have the giving in their heart that we need to have in order to help people, whether it's throughout the holidays, whether it's just temporarily, whether it's for a long-term period because they're sick or cannot fend for themselves. There is not one person that I know, or you probably know, that aren't in agreement that we need to find a way.
Right.
But, if he eliminates the fraud and they reel all of this kind of crap in, those who need it the most might actually be able to have more. Mm-hmm. See, that's the problem that I don't think people also are thinking about.
Right.
Like if you have 100 million people that need this benefit and you have 200 million people that applied for it, but 50 million of those people shouldn't be on it. The money that we're giving those 50 million people could be dispersed among those who need it the most.
Exactly.
That's the problem. It's not an unlimited bank account. There's a limited amount of money.
It sure isn't.
There's a limited amount of money that we can use to help the people that need it the most. Right. And when other people are stealing money, fraudulently applying for these benefits, we have to get them out of there.
Right.
Because they're taking that money away from people that need it the most. And you know what? What you're going to find out after this issue is done with and these programs have been funded and back and things are back to normal, you're going to find out where the fraud was. Mm-hmm. But that is the other potential outcome
right.
for here you see where some of this fraud is.
Yeah.
You find it accidentally.
Yep. Well, I still stand hard and fast on you were elected into a position to do a job. Do your job. You're not doing your job. You don't have a job to do. They need to be terminated, removed, whatever. Get rid of them.
Unelected.
Sure. This I'm not going to work. I'm holding my breath till I turn blue crap. I'm tired of it.
Right.
Go do your job.
Right.
Negotiate. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You're losing and you're pouting.
Right.
But the American people are the ones suffering for it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Main Street Messages. Got a new one this week. Is that coming up next? That's coming up next. Alex is here. We're going to talk with her. Wine Walk is today.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And then they've got some other stuff with Downtown Lake Geneva coming up. She's going to talk about that.
It's going to be a busy day.
Busy day in Lake Geneva. We'll have more right after this on Lake 96.1.
Girls Go! Main Street Messages with Alex. Brought to you by the Lake Geneva Business Improvement District.
All right, sweetheart, you've had your fun. Now let's get down to serious business.
Welcome back to Lake 96.1. We have our Main Street Messages today. Alex, you were on vacation last week. We actually were on vacation as well, Tom and I, so we ran reruns of everything. So how was your vacation? You went to Italy, correct?
I did. Oh my gosh, I got lots of inspiration to bring back here.
Sweet.
Yeah, I wish that I could, bring back some of the food and gelato.
That'd be nice.
But yeah, It was an incredible time.
Gelato probably doesn't travel well.
No, but it's not well in my stomach, so.
Oh, well. I mean, true. Plus some wine. There's some wine drinking over there and some things like that to enjoy.
It got me really excited for wine season here.
I know, because it's totally coincidence that I bring that up because there's something going on this afternoon in downtown Lake Geneva.
Yes, we've been very busy planning our annual fall wine walk, and it is a big hit. We're super excited to kick that off today.
Yeah. So what time? Give us the details, because you can still come.
Yes.
Because you check in at Beth's at Bottle Shop, right?
You check in at the Bottle Shop, and we're open. Check-in starts at 10 a.m., so we'll be going until noon for check-in, although there's people there all day long.
Right.
So if you even come after lunch and want to get a ticket, you can definitely snag one. We have 28 wine stops.
Nice.
Yes. So you get a 1 ounce pour at each stop to try all the different bubblies, and not just bubblies. You get reds and whites. You get some bubbles. But the whole theme of that this year is just really fun labels, fun festive brands, and great flavors that pair well for the holidays.
And so a lot of times they'll tell you, they'll give you information about this pairs with that or whatever, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we really get involved in this. And I will say that we are one of the biggest wine walks in Wisconsin every year. And Beth does a phenomenal job of really training our businesses to know the wines. We just had our pre-event meeting on Wednesday with all our businesses so that they pick up their wine. We did a blind tasting on some things. It was a ton of fun. But then it gets paired with different food items at different stops. So
give me some of the stops.
So I know that one of the fan favorites is Edie and Marigold, because they have some of the best Christmas promotions and decorations going on. We have a couple newbies in town. The Pine Hill Farm is new on the block and Main Street, and so they're participating, and they're really excited to be a part of it.
Okay, this is terrible. What is Pine Hill Farm?
So it is...
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's almost like a holistic wellness shop.
Right. Okay.
Yep, it has different, health supplements. They have some great naturally made products. It's so cool. They started out at the farmers market in town.
Okay.
And then expanded.
Oh, nice. With the time change this weekend, that's probably a good place to start, because people hate this daylight savings time change.
You can probably get some morning boosters.
Right.
There.
Get some boosters, get something to level you off, because this darkness thing from now until whenever we get back.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and we really encourage people to come into town early with that early check-in and have some breakfast. Have some breakfast at Speedo's or the Olympic. Get the
Olympic.
Yes. Hey, it's good stuff.
Man, that is good food.
Yes.
It's good food early in the morning, and it's good food earlier in the morning.
Yes. Yes. I am a big fan of their corned beef hash skillet.
So, yeah.
So, and you can get a Bloody Mary and then just start your day off right when you start shopping and sipping.
So they have a lot of the stores will have sales right now too.
Yes.
But we have better things coming up anyway, because Thanksgiving, Black Friday, things like that are right around the corner. So tell us a little bit about some of that that's going to happen.
Yeah. So really the wine walk is our kickoff to the holiday season in a lot of ways. So you're going to get a lot of those early bird gifts that, check off the list before Thanksgiving. However, we've really focused in the last couple of years since I've been with the Bid and Main Street on really activating Black Friday and Shop Small weekend.
Right.
So we do our annual Christmas tree lighting on Black Friday in Flatiron Park, and we have some great little local groups. We have the Central Denison Choir, Dolphin Choir singing Christmas carols. We have the Broadway School of Dance going to be doing a rendition of probably the Nutcracker or some other Christmas show.
Right.
A little piece of it. Not
Little Rockettes.
Yes, exactly. They're just going to go to town. And then, we might have a visit from the Jolly Man himself, saying hi to everyone.
Yay.
And then many of the stores are open late. So you can get some shopping deals. There's a fantastic place called Creative Forces that does paint and sips as well as family-centered things. And what's really cool about that is, you've heard of like a lot of ceramic studios where you're doing the painting. Then you got to come back the next day or a couple days later because they have to kiln it.
Right.
You don't have to do that. They have a specialty spray that has that piece ready in 20 minutes.
No way.
Yeah. So you can go shop a little more, come back and get your piece before the day's done. So it's a fantastic option for holiday fun.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So
and it makes it the same as if it's in a kiln?
Exactly. Yeah. They took...
Where was that when we were in school?
Right? I know. Well, and the owners told us it took 2 years for them to perfect the molds and the spray and the whole chemical balance. And I'm like, I'm all for it. It's great little...
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great holiday kickoff.
It is.
Yeah. And then all weekend long, there's going to be sales. But then we're aggressive here downtown and competitive. And we have a window decorating contest.
Yeah.
So that kicks off on that Friday.
Okay.
You can vote all weekend long. And then we have a very ridiculous prize package of a giant trophy for the winner. But then we also do some marketing promotions.
Major bragging rights, too.
Major bragging
rights.
Yeah. Magpies won last year. And we almost want to disqualify them because they have too much space to be able to...
Well, and have you seen the talent there?
Yeah.
Have you seen what she did? Ty is the
decorating master,
co-owner, and yes, decorating master. So that fall decor that you see outside, I don't even know if it's still there. I mean, surely it's still there today.
It is, yeah.
But around the sign and then around the archway and stuff, she did all of that by hand.
Yes.
Like her blood runs with glue sticks now or something. Like it's crazy how much time it took, and it's gorgeous.
It is. So yeah, they go to town.
Yeah, you should maybe say that
you guys don't count.
You got right. Yes. The winner from last year has to wait a year.
Yes, but they're fantastic, and they're going to be probably hosting Santa too. We do Santa, downtown Santa. Sorry. We do.
Sorry.
No problem. We host downtown Santas on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
So a lot of places do it on Saturdays and Sundays for brunches, but we wanted to make it a little accessible with families with children after work.
What about reindeer? Is there still reindeer down there at all?
No, we don't do
during
the
season. I didn't know because that really is less about you, but more about like the reindeer farms. Right. And some of them just don't bring them out with the kids anymore and stuff. So I just couldn't remember if we did the
there's a lot of, honestly, it's a lot of safety issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we kind of did away with that, unfortunately.
We just need Santa and Mrs. Claus anyway.
We do. So yeah, he's hosted in different businesses downtown on Thursdays before Christmas. So Magpies will be one of them. The library is always the kickoff one.
Right.
And then we'll have a third location to be announced probably by next week.
Interesting.
Yes.
So today, though,
is that
right after the show? You're headed to the bottle shop to start registering people here in just a little while for the wine walk. It's going to be perfect. I mean, just come down, enjoy everything.
It's a gorgeous day.
Right. And this is your preseason warm up, right? Like this is your pre-Christmas shopping warm up. You can find some things today, and that's great. And then you know what you want to look for, or you know where you want to bring your friends on Black Friday when you do all that. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
We have not done the cocoa crawl on Black Friday for a while.
Well, it was on Winterfest before.
That's right. So, have you thought about doing that on Black Friday maybe?
So, I mean, that's a really good idea. And I know that a lot of our locals have loved that in the past. We do the lemonade crawl now.
Yeah.
And businesses have spoken about it on interest. I know that it was kind of done away with during Winterfest just because Winterfest is such a huge weekend.
So many other things going on.
Yes. And our businesses just could not keep up with that volume.
Right.
So this could be a really great opportunity. And
we got to figure out if everybody wants it, though.
Yes.
How should we do that?
Oh, I think we need to ask our listeners.
Yeah. So let's do it. Let's do it on social media. Let's find out if people want
Should
to
we
have the
bring back-
cocoa crawl.
Yeah. Should we bring it back?
Should we bring it back on Black Friday?
Now, this would be next year. We only have a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. We can't do it this year, but next year. So we're going to find out. We're going to post it. Yeah. We're going to post it on, we will post it on the Life Matters Facebook page. And then we'll all share it around and we'll try to get people's opinion and then we'll let you know. But I think it's a great idea. I know that you kind of mentioned it earlier and we kind of started talking about other things and then we came on the show and then but it stuck in my head. And so I think we should find out from our listeners whether or not they want to bring the cocoa crawl back, but have it on Black Friday. I think it's a fantastic idea, but we'll find out. We'll help you find out.
Yes. Help me plan.
Yeah. Yeah. And if there's any ideas for it,
yeah, we are open to input for the community because we're here to serve the community.
Right.
So we're excited to hear from you guys.
Right. Where do we find out more information on your events and things like that downtown Lake Geneva is hosting?
Yeah, so everything can be found on our website on downtownlakegeneva.org. And then our social media pages, Downtown Lake Geneva on Facebook and Instagram. We do have a TikTok that we use sometimes, usually for obnoxious things like maybe a pie eating contest that just happened. But you can find out the news.
Right.
You can find out the news on those things.
That pie eating contest was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the most fun we've had. For sure.
It was a great draw.
Yeah. You got to definitely bring that back every year.
We'll see.
Okay. What? You didn't like having whipped cream all over your... come on.
I'm a diabetic, so that was an interesting time. But
we have to put you in a different pie.
Yeah. Or I could help you MC it, and then...
I'm not eating that much pie.
No. Me and you will
we could MC it.
And then we'll find other people to eat the pie.
Exactly.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
All right. In the meantime... Go over, take a look at all of the events, and keep an eye out because we are going to do a survey and see how you guys feel about bringing the Cocoa Crawl to Black Friday in downtown Lake Geneva. Alex, thanks so much for joining us again for Main Street Messages.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up next, more music right here on Lake 96.1.